welcome back to Out of the Rough, Association of Women Entrepreneurs Edition. And I'm Tara McHugh, founder of the Association of Women Entrepreneurs, and I'm here with my co-host, Fred Arnold.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. And today we have Cindy Lazinski. She is of the Lazinski team, RE/MAX of Santa Clarita. And today we're going to be talking about real estate.
Love real estate.
Yeah.
Values are going up, finally, right?
Yes.
Yay, and interest rates are still really low.
Yes, they are.
Great time to buy a house or to invest in real estate.
And buyer confidence is up as well.
Yeah.
Nice. So I would love, since I don't know a whole lot about this topic, you two are experts, I'm going to just listen. I want to know some tips. If I'm thinking about selling my house, what are some things I should know about getting my house ready and selecting the right realtor?
Well, getting your home ready has a lot to do with making sure that it shows really well. So think about walking in your front door, and if you were a buyer, what things would you notice about your home? And are those good things or bad things? And of course, if they're the things that you might think, oh, I wouldn't want to buy this house because, those are the things that you want to take care of. You want to make sure that you clear the clutter from your room, clear any kind of extra personal information, pictures of families, things like that, clear that out. A can of paint goes a long way. Replace any kind of crazy colors you might have, or if rooms are scuffed up a little bit, a can of paint and hire somebody to do that, $150, $200 a room will increase the value of your home and get your home sold more quickly. Now, you did ask too about selecting a realtor, and it's important to select a realtor that you know and trust. And if you don't have somebody, ask your family and friends if they have somebody that they know and trust. You can also do some great research online, and for myself, I have a lot of references online from past clients that have been satisfied. You can see those references, and I get a lot of people that call me that don't know anybody in the local area to say, who would you work with? But make sure you get a very qualified top agent that can really serve your needs.
And knows the area.
And knows the area, absolutely.
You know, the market's changed so dramatically where
Yes.
you're getting 7 to 10 offers on a house at one time. As a listing agent or a real estate professional, how do you sift through all of the offers and how do you know which one to pick? Because, you know, it's not necessarily the highest one, most down payment, all the different appraisal contingencies. You know, what type of advice or what kind of filter do you run through when going through all the offers with a seller?
You know what, that's a great question, and actually it kind of reminds me that we are out of the rough of where we were in 2008 with where real estate is, with the big change of having those multiple offers on properties. And there's a lot of things that realtors will do when they're reviewing through all the offers. One of the key things is making sure that the buyer is definitely pre-qualified with a great lender that can make sure that they meet all the qualifications to be able to secure the loan. FHA buyers have a little bit of a harder time because this is truly now a seller's market. So a buyer should be properly qualified, but make sure that they have the right amount of funds for closing costs as well as their down payment, and having the best, being able to write up the best offer based on what their loan qualifications are.
You know, I'll mention something real quickly and get your thoughts on it, because a lot of offers my clients have been making is providing proof. We'll actually show the credit report. We'll show a pay stub. Of course, we white out or we black out a lot of the account numbers.
Right.
We'll show the proof of down payment. We'll show that this is how much money they really do make.
Right.
But one of the big things we're seeing right now is cover letters from the buyer on why they want to buy that home.
I call that the love letter.
Wow.
That's your real estate love letter, and I had a client that wrote up an excellent one yesterday, and we're actually hoping to beat out an all-cash offer because they love the house and the sellers really love the house too. So you want to often turn your home over to another family that will take care of it like you have.
Yeah, and if you're close to your neighbors, you want to make sure you leave them in good hands.
Right, yes, yeah, bring on some new good neighbors for them too.
Because they're going to evaluate that. And when making an offer on a house, this is great. I was talking to a realtor the other day, and they had, in fact, we're going through it, and the seller said, I want that person to live in my house.
Yes.
It's a different market, isn't it?
Yes,
Wow,
it's
that's crazy.
a very different market with that.
Let's talk about marketing. Some houses, when they're priced a little bit higher, do need to get marketed a little bit.
Yes.
Some things that you have done in the past for your clients to help showcase their home.
Well, there's actually a great story of a home that I had just listed in Santa Clarita, and we were were going to list it at a much lower price, but the clients actually took about 2 months to prep and prepare the home, doing a lot of the things that we talked about, painting different rooms, upgrading a few things in the kitchen, and upgrading the bathroom. We were able to list their home over market value, and we actually received an offer that waived the appraisal contingency because the buyer was able to come in with additional funds over the appraised value. But because they properly showcased their home, I was able to market it, prepare a fabulous presentation online with virtual tour, having the proper kind of pictures put on, even verbiage, having somebody rewrite how we describe the house so that anybody online could fall in love with the house without even seeing it.
Yeah.
So that's a key thing in marketing.
You know, you mentioned two huge things, and one is preparing your house and marketing it properly and maybe going a little bit higher in price to get your price. But the second lesson I thought was really telling is the fact that somebody offered higher than market.
Yes.
If you might only have 20% down, but if you can come in with an extra 10 grand, you know the neighborhood, and you're willing to waive that appraisal contingencies, you're usually pretty okay because values are going up reasonably, and we've seen that a little bit, so know your neighborhood.
Know your neighborhood and know where the values are going. And that's one of the important aspects of working with a realtor who knows the community, knows what the market trends are, and connecting with a type of realtor that can explain to you what the statistics are, how many homes are on the market, how fast they're getting sold, how much time it's going to be before we actually run out of even more inventory. And I follow all those statistics for my clients, and I make sure that I inform them so they can be informed buyers. When they're working with their lender, they can have that proper communication with the lender. And when they're communicating between husband and wife on what to do, is this a good decision? They are informed buyers and are making good decisions, just as well as the sellers in making a proper decision and being comfortable that they got top dollar for their home, that they didn't underprice it because it sold in one day. But even if it sold in one day because it was properly pre-marketed, they still did the right thing.
Perfect. It's
Another great guest. Yes.
I love it.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Those that want to reach out to you, how can they reach you?
They can find me on the web at CyndiLazinski.com. That's CYNDI, Lazinski.com. And I'm also all over on Zillow.com and Trulia, so they can see me on the national websites as well.
Great website with some good videos, tips.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
We're going to jump to a quick break, and we'll be right back.